Hello everybody, I'm JackieKCooper and it's time for another 2-minute entertainment rundown focusing today on the movie The War with Grandpa and also Misbehaviour. The War with Grandpa stars Robert De Niro as a grandfather, his daughter is played by Uma Thurman, and his grandson is played by Oakes Fegley. And the daughter wants the father to move into the house with them. You know, the wife has died, the mother, and so he moves into the house with his daughter, son-in-law, and grandchildren, but he takes over his grandson's bedroom, and the grandson has to move up into the attic, so that causes the war with Grandpa. This is a sweet little movie. It's kind of corny, kind of cheesy. It really doesn't have that strong a plot, but that's what it is. It's rated PG for profanity and mild violence. I scored it 5 out of 10. I mean, we go Robert De Niro, from being an Academy Award nominee into a movie like this. Hey, what's that? Misbehaviour. This is a look at the women's movement in London, England in the 1970s. It's kind of like The Glorias, but it's got more personal stories. This one is also based on true events. Keira Knightley and Jessie Buckley are two of the stars, but then in a wild moment, it diverges over to Bob Hope, played by Greg Kinnear, and his wife Dolores, played by, let me get her name right, Leslie Manville. And the Bob Hope story just doesn't belong in there. It's part of it. But then there's also a connection with the Miss World beauty contest where Gugu Mbatha-Raw is a contestant. So you have the fact of having a black contestant in the Miss World and that whole scenario, and then the women's liberation movement also going on. It's got a lot of meat to it. Acting-wise, it's fine, but it's just too divergent in all the areas. So not rated, but it has profanity and violence, and I scored it 6 out of 10. So there we have The War with Grandpa and Misbehaviour for this week, for today's 2-minute entertainment rundown.